You ever think I would kill for a s'mores right now when there's no campfire in sight? Well, first of all, that's a little extreme. No dessert is worth going that far. But second, no need for fire. We're making no-bake s'mores pie, no campfire required. We're gonna start with our cream, and we're going to pour our cream into this pot, and we're going to start over here with our cream, and we're going to heat it up over medium-low heat until it's just simmering. While that gets going, we're gonna make the graham cracker crust. So take your graham cracker crumbs, and they sell these already crumbled up, which is so convenient. You can also blitz regular graham crackers in a food processor if you want. And we're gonna take our sugar, and then we're also going to take melted butter. And that's what's really the binder on this pie. So now this is a graham cracker crust that's no bake, which is great. You don't have to turn on your oven in the summer, but it's important to keep it cold because the butter is room temperature, then it gets a little bit soft. Coarse sand is pretty much the texture that you're going for here. It should press together, but it's still pretty crumbly. All right, so now that this is all mixed, we're going to pour it into our pie plate. And the trick that I like to do here is to use the bottom of a measuring cup to really make sure that it's pressed in. You want to compact it down because, again, we're not baking this, so we want to make sure that it's really nice and solid and a good base for the rest of our pie filling. So I use the side of my thumb to kind of keep it from going out of the pie plate and the side of the measuring cup to push it together. So you might be noticing that the crust on the sides here is very thick, and we actually have a lot on the bottom as well. It's not too much. Graham cracker is one of the classic flavors of s'mores. You're gonna want all of it in there in the final product. So now that that is all done, we can set this to the side. What we're making here is called ganache. That is the fancy French word for heavy cream and melted chocolate mixed together to make a filling. So now that you know the term ganache, you'll think I'm a fancy French chef. Really, it's just cream and chocolate. It's super easy, but it is really elevated. So now that our cream is simmering, we're gonna turn off this burner and bring over our chocolate. And we're going to pour the hot, heavy cream over our chopped chocolate. It's important that your chocolate is cut into pieces and it's chopped, otherwise it won't melt. So don't just try to pour heavy cream over a bar of chocolate. The heat of the cream is going to melt the chocolate, and then we're going to stir to make it smooth. We're gonna do 2 teaspoons of McCormick cinnamon, which is going to really bring in the heat and the warmth of the campfire. Then we're going to do a teaspoon of McCormick vanilla extract. Now we're gonna stir it till it's completely smooth. Something to point out is that normally you don't actually wanna add any liquid like water to chocolate because it'll cause it to seize up, but because we're just adding a little bit of vanilla extract, it's not gonna be an issue here. So this is the final product. This is what you wanna see. It's nice and thick and smooth and glossy. It's beautiful. So we can put this right into our crust. Oh, it's gonna create such a beautiful chocolate layer, and as it chills, it's gonna get much firmer so that you're gonna really be able to slice through it. And then you can just use your spatula to smooth it around and get it nice and even. Now we are going to refrigerate this for 30 minutes. Or if you're impatient like me, we can just freeze it for 15 minutes and that's fine too. So while our pie is chilling, we are going to make the topping. So here we've got cream cheese, and we are going to beat in our marshmallow cream and McCormick vanilla extract. So we've got all this marshmallow goodness, and look at how easy this is. I mean, they do the work for you of making the melty marshmallow texture. It's amazing. And then we're going to add a tablespoon of McCormick vanilla extract. Vanilla extract's got a really, really nice, classic nostalgic flavor to it that we associate with so many treats. And then the cinnamon obviously brings a little bit of the heat, and it really enhances the cinnamon that's already naturally in the graham cracker. So you can turn this up a little bit and make sure it's really, really well incorporated. Great, so now that that's all blended up, we are going to gently fold in our whipped topping. So we're gonna put this on the top. So to maintain that really light texture, we're gonna gently cut it in half and fold the marshmallow cream over the top. Cut it in half and fold the marshmallow cream, and we cut and fold, and I like to rotate the bowl so that I know I'm getting all the way around. This is really important because you don't want to knock all of the air that's in the whipped topping. If you do that, it's going to be deflated, it's not going to be light and fluffy. So now look at that. It's nice and light. We haven't knocked all the air out. It's beautiful. And now we can put it on top of our chilled pie. Dun, 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 dun. We have our chilled pie, and now we are going to dollop this on. And there's a lot of marshmallow topping here. That's great. Now we are gonna spread this around. And you can do this however you want. Something that's really fun, like if you wanted to create swirls, you just do a swirl with the spatula. If you want to create texture, you can sort of top the top with the spatula to make those little peaks. That's always fun. This is a fancy little thing you can do if you don't have a piping bag, or you can totally just swirl it, and that's what I'm gonna do today. Lovely. So now we are going to place this in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours, and then we're gonna take it out and garnish it with some beautiful chocolate curls. Here we have got our finished pie, and now it's time to decorate it. So take a bar of chocolate, run the vegetable peeler down the side. And look at that, you have these fancy chocolate curls. Look at that, ganache, fancy chocolate curls. You're like practically a pastry chef now, it's great. We can take these and sprinkle them very lovingly on top. And here is the finished s'mores pie. Isn't it beautiful? And you didn't have to bake a thing. I can't wait to try. Oh yes, that thick graham cracker crust. It's gonna be so good. Whoa, I mean, does it get any better than that? Seriously, this might be better than real s'mores. I cannot wait to try it. It's so good. This is like the best marshmallow flavor you've ever had. And then that chocolate is so creamy and it's a little bit spicy from the cinnamon. You don't need the campfire, forget it. Check out this episode plus all the other episodes in the Flavor Maker app. There's all sorts of great features. You can create a digital spice rack, discover amazing recipes, create shopping lists, and find tons of inspiration. Check it out in the App Store or at flavormakerapp.com.